Hello and welcome to my review and bonus video for ADA Leadz, or as we might want to say, the Americans with Disabilities Act Leadz. So thanks for putting your trust in me, and I'll do my best to give you a very accurate overview of ADA Leadz and help you to decide whether this is a good investment for your business or not. So first, let's start with this potential situation. Imagine a blind or deaf person trying to use a website. Unless the website can interface with a certain special software that the blind person may have, or if for videos, let's say it's a deaf person, if the videos don't have closed captioning, that person may not be able to use the website. And in the US, and I would imagine this is probably going to occur throughout the world too, but right now the focus is that in the US, this situation is leading to an increasing number of lawsuits. Basically, any commercial site in the USA, and maybe even internationally, can be fined under what's called the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. After this video, if you click the link below, you'll be taken to a page that shows a few examples of this happening. I'll put in like a few reference videos of this happening to small and large businesses. The videos I'll show, or that I'll have on my webpage, are just like news segments of this type of lawsuit taking place, and it's more or less of a recent thing. It's been happening. The videos I saw say from 2017 to 2018, although the ADA Act is from 1990. In recent years, there's been a push for it to be applied on the internet. And basically, websites need to be more accessible by people with disabilities. And the reason why I emphasize on more is because as I go through this, I'll talk about the difference between like being fully compliant and maybe say partially compliant. Because this is a developing issue, from a legal perspective, you might not want to say we can make your site quote unquote fully compliant, because it's still an evolving issue, and what even might be fully compliant today with the new technology tomorrow might be, let's say, not as compliant. So you're safer to say more accessible rather than fully accessible. So before we go further, two things. Although the ADA is a legal act, we're not giving legal advice, and really what we're doing is we're giving technical information that's maybe, although yes, we know that there's a legal dimension to it, we're approaching this from the technical web developer, internet marketer, agency owner perspective. And I make a distinction, as I said it probably a minute ago. There's a difference between fully compliant and more compliant. I believe that ADA Leadz can help a site be more compliant, not necessarily fully compliant. So this is where we, meaning we business owners, and maybe more specifically, people who are looking for clients, if you work in an agency or you have an agency and you want to provide an additional service to clients, this might be something to consider, because it could actually help prevent a lawsuit, basically. And on the other hand, also make your website more accessible to people who might come to need your website. So ADA Leadz is for anyone who runs an online business or has a business that has a website, or who wants to help other businesses become more ADA compliant. So from my research, I don't think there are specific ADA guidelines for the website. Yes, there are ADA guidelines in a broad perspective, right? Because ADA is from 1990. It said that public places should have wheelchair accessible access, and hand guards that are easily accessible. So there are those, but as far as the internet is concerned, I don't think there's specific ADA guidelines. However, what we call the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines are thought to be a good starting point. So let's get into the meat of this review. Does ADA Leadz meet the claims that Mario Brown asserts? Well, in order to do so, ADA Leadz needs to do the following two things in order for it. It can do more than that, but I'm just going to focus on these two things. Those are the two criteria that would help substantiate Mario Brown's claims. So first, it has to determine if a web page is ADA compliant. And second, if a web page is not compliant, ADA Leadz should offer a solution, or at least a partial solution. And again, this is me reiterating what I said earlier. This is not technically a 100% bulletproof solution, and it would be dangerous to make such a claim. So it's about being like a little bit more compliant rather than, saying that you can make your website or a web page 100% compliant. Because again, there's no set, at least as far as the ADA is concerned, there's no set specific, code for any particular website. So let me go to my little demo here. So again, does ADA Leadz determine if a web page is ADA compliant? Let's go to, here's the members area of ADA Leadz. I'm going to go to Prospect Finder. This is one, if you have a prospect of your own, you can definitely put them in here, but what I'm going to do is just start from the very beginning. So let's say you're looking for a dentist, and I live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, so I'm just going to write Montreal. Search prospects. I did this once before. I saw, maybe I'll click on the second result just to begin from a new one, but anyway. Okay, I don't think I saw this one. Anyway, so let's go to, I'll add it to the dentists category. The name is Smiley by Doctors. Okay. So it's this one right here. What I'm going to do is click on Generate Reports. I'll click on ADA Accessibility. There are other sort of reports you can run, but those come with, I believe they come with the various upgrades. For now, I'm just going to do ADA Accessibility. Click on Generate. And what it's going to do is quickly go to that site, the site of that business, and generate basically look to see if it complies with the ADA or the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. And it generates the report, and when you get ADA Leadz, you have the option of getting an upgrade that lets you sort of customize these reports. Let's see. It gives your clients some information about the whole. It introduces them to ADA, the importance of being web compliant. And says here in the reports you get, there's a section that says, here is all the elements for which your website is not compliant. And this is specific to the website of the business I just showed you. So it gives some specific recommendations. And here's some specific coding. Basically, what's this one saying? Oh, it's missing alt text. Yeah, so alt text is text that you put in with an image. So that, let's say a person who is either blind or can't see very well, their software would be able to read that text and give them at least some type of textual description of what the image is. That's basically it. So all these, this is an example. All these are examples of instances where the web page, actually it's not even just the website, just the web page is not web compliant. So we've, I think we can conclude that ADA Leadz does determine if a web page is ADA compliant. And second, if it's not compliant, ADA Leadz should offer a solution. So here we are back in the ADA Leadz program. Now, the solution is, I'm going to click on widgets here on the left. It's an upgrade to be able to provide this solution for your, or partial solution for your prospects or clients. Let's see. Click on create new widgets. I think this is it. Now, if you had a logo, you'd put it in here, or you can put your client's logo in here. And then you have all these options. You can use English, excuse me, you have these various language options basically for voice reading. Say UK English Mail. And then you have different features for the accessibility widget that's going to interface with your visitors' software. I just say it's good to just keep them all turned on. I mean, I don't see why you would want any of these to be turned off. So after you're done all that, just click on Save Widgets. And then it says here, click to copy embed code. And this is the embed code right here. So this is what you would, you can click on copy here to copy it all. This is what goes onto the web page. So this ADA Leadz, sorry, Leadz there should be a Z, not an S. It's ADA Leadz. This ADA Leadz with a Z meets the two criteria. In other words, does it determine if a page is compliant and offers a solution? So yes, in my opinion, actually it's a yes, but to actually be able to offer some partial solution, you need to get the widget upgrade. That's one thing. And again, we need to keep in mind that in order to avoid legal problems, we shouldn't say that we offer full compliance, but that we can maybe help a website to become more compliant. And also, the current ADA Leadz widget, if you get the upgrade, seems to only be designed for single pages only, and not for entire websites. So that may mean that for every single page on your client's site, the widget code would have to be added separately. So that may or may not be a problem. You could charge more for putting the widget's code on each and every page, but on the other hand, if you wanted a simple site-wide solution, you'd have to be creative. And that's where my WordPress bonus comes in, or rather my bonus video for WordPress sites comes in. I've recorded a video that shows how I sort of get around this limitation of the one page only widget. Now, because ADA Leadz is new, I think that the principle that my little technique is based on, it's something that I've known about for a while. So the technique itself works, but as of December 2nd, 2020, I've tried it and it works. But maybe ADA Leadz, maybe Mario Brown will come up with a solution, like a plugin for a WordPress site that allows you to install it once and then it's on every web page of your site. So that would be probably ideal. But as of right now, as of December 2nd, it's not, that feature hasn't been built in yet, which is fine because if you get it, if you get ADA Leadz through my link by clicking on the video on the link below, it will take you to my site, and I'll give you more information about this. And if you get the if you buy it through my site, after you get it in JV Zoo, you'll see a link to my bonus video where I explain the technical process of resolving that limitation.